Welcome back. My name's Jen here, and this is my review for Carrie Fisher's Wishful Drinking. This was a short read, so there's not a whole lot to talk about. This is a memoir that Carrie Fisher had written about surrounding her HBO program Wishful Drinking. This was about 130 some page book. I had picked it up when it came up on sale last month, and I think it was on Amazon, it had popped up on sale, so I thought I'd pick it up and give it a try. Memoirs aren't really my strong suit. I'm not a memoir reader. I don't really care about celebrity lives, but this one actually sounded really intriguing. Of course, we all know Carrie Fisher. She's Hollywood royalty. She's the daughter of Debbie Reynolds and Eddie Fisher, and so this story kind of revolves around her childhood. It centers mainly on the relationship between her mom and her dad, how they came together, how they broke up, and how she grew up in this atmosphere. It does bring in a couple other players, Elizabeth Taylor, her brother, some other lesser known or well-known celebrities depending on who you are, what you watch. But overall, it was just a quick read and foray into the growing up of Carrie Fisher. Now, the other part of this book, more towards the end and kind of sprinkled throughout, is her battle with bipolar disorder. And I thought that was a neat aspect into it as well. So I really enjoyed those parts, and it kind of reflects upon that she was a recovering alcoholic. She was attending AA meetings, and this has been ongoing for most of her adult life. So you kind of get to see the real Carrie Fisher, which was actually a really funny read. She's quite a hilarious person. And I will note that this story is actually, it's kind of written, if you know anybody with bipolar disorder, when they're hitting a hypomanic state, or even a manic state, their writing is very intriguing. You can always tell when they're restless or excited. Their writing becomes kind of a little bit all over the place. It's got very snappy dialogue. It's sometimes back and forth between stories, like you'll start one story, jump to another story. It's kind of sometimes difficult to follow the train of thought. And that's how this story kind of read, which actually made it all that much more entertaining. When I look back at writings from during a hypomanic or a manic state, they're always entertaining reads, so props for that. I think that always makes a nice addition to a story when you let your true self show, and you could see that in this story. Overall, I gave this book a 3.5 out of 5, not for any reason other than it was really short. And I wish there had been more background story, but I know she has some other books out, so perhaps there's more stories littered throughout those books, but this is the only one that I had at hand. And I do know she has written novels such as Postcards from the Edge, so if you're looking for more of her writing forays, that's where you'd want to be heading towards. This is just a short, quick memoir. Like I said, about 130 some pages. I think I read it in a couple hours one night, and found it quite entertaining. It was quite funny, some of the antics that Carrie Fisher got into in her younger years. And it's really interesting as well, how her mother was. I love Debbie Reynolds. I have since I was in high school and first saw Singing in the Rain, and it was nice to see Debbie Reynolds not being portrayed as how she was in the films. So overall, great read. I recommend it for a quick short read if you're just looking for something fun to read. It's, I'd say, a nice little beach read if you're out for a couple hours, something to just peruse over while you're maybe waiting for your kids. Overall, I really enjoyed it. So if you've read it, tell me down in the comments down below what you liked about it. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.